I'm enjoying a hot bath.
Sweet Alexander might get really drunk before meeting the band.
Yeah, when the guard, when the young guard that you were talking to, he takes you over to the wooden complex, and he says this is the actual guard's quarters, and it's kind of surprising actually. Well, I mean, sure it could. I mean, the compound itself could be defendable. Yeah, I mean it can be defended. I mean they're starting to work on a wall. There's a few palisades, whatever you want to call them, starting to go up. They're starting to dig some trenches around what seems to be markings for a wall. They've got lots of lumber, spiked lumber going up. It's definitely a work in progress. They haven't been doing that. They haven't been working on this compound very long. So, I mean, they can only do so much, and especially now that there's no loggers logging, building that wall is going to be that much tougher, actually. You guys want to do another lotto?
Elephant will mingle.
Let's do another.
Everybody else is taking baths.
Let's do another lotto. There you go, guys. We get into the lotto.
Regarding the new bed.
Alright, time. I'm done. I'm looking for Belle now. Belle, where are you?
Did they point out which the band's tent was? Did they point it out?
Actually, it's a tent, and
it is a tent. Okay.
They're actually really surprised to why Trumhall doesn't have the wooden complex, but he's actually given it to his men, and that's definitely a notable thing, especially the guards actually really admire that.
Around the tent, not inside of the tent, but around the tent, do I spot anyone that looks like they may... I can't think exactly what the term would be, but kind of be one of his serving staff or someone that kind of works closely with him or for him.
You looking for some stewards?
Not outside, no.
No. Okay, then never mind then. I'll hold off for the rest of the party, get where I am.
Alright, I've found Belle now.
Yeah, you see servants, working around the compound, but none around. They point to the actual tent of where Trumhall is actually staying, which is on the northern end of the compound. So.
Okay, I'll wait for the rest of the party to catch up with me.
I show up to Belle, but my hair is still wet.
But to answer your question, Raven, yes, this is a great site, but it's a work in progress. I mean, it's going to take time to get the walls up and everything else. I mean, they have fresh running water. They have, you can also see, they have several pens of livestock, several patches of agriculture. So they've definitely got a good start.
It shows a lot of potential. So.
Exactly.
Do the notice.
I give Belle that. Oh yeah. Look.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Look at this bath. It's still wet. It's awesome.
Oh.
Dork! God. They didn't give you a towel at all to dry off. You're just like totally
my hair is
sopping wet.
Yep.
So like a wet. What are we gonna call this? A wet circle mage robe contest.
The one that was urinated on didn't want to bathe.
No, she's not fickle. She got better things to do.
She wiped it off and went on.
She just wiped it on her sleeve.
So did Alexander.
Yeah, but Eliphane's
wow.
She's a rough rider, man. Eliphane's she's a hard ass.
More double entendres.
Oh.
Ooh.
I swear, if I ever do another game, no more guys are playing fucking female characters ever again. never again.
Plot twist: Eliphane's actually male.
Because every time I run one of these games, Dragon Age, I have to take a shower. I just feel dirty. I've been RPing with you guys.
No, they're elves. How can
Fucking
you tell?
sausage party.
They're elves. How can you tell?
Am I actually really playing my character super female?
No. I wish you would RP the voice a little bit, but no, I'm just kidding.
You mean it's not good enough what I'm doing?
No, it's good.
You don't
Yeah.
have a feminine voice. Scripted.
Do
Yeah, you definitely don't have a feminine voice. What you said.
I don't either, so it's okay.
Sure you do. Yeah, you do. What are you talking about? If somebody doesn't think you're a female, they need to get the listeners checked.
But David,
Well, no, it's
they
not
haven't
that I'm
received the
like a
pictures
tomboy.
you have.
No.
Okay?
Now do what now, Crypt?
I said, but they haven't received the pictures you have.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're right, each other.
Well, I haven't received them either, so I'm missing something here.
They wouldn't
You know
be,
those
I'm
Victoria's Secret things you get every morning? They're not always from
Yeah.
Victoria's Secret.
You know, those Victoria's Secrets emails, those are a bunch of bullshit. About 95% of them have nothing to do with, typical,
Victoria
your
doesn't have any
Victoria's
secrets,
Secret
I'm
stuff.
just
No, her
It's
secret
like-
is she never wears underwear.
bullshit cologne and business suit. I don't want to fucking see this shit. I want to see some beautiful women
You know
in
they're targeted
lingerie.
towards men.
Well, if they want to target men, and they want men to spend some money, then they should probably put some better looking stuff in these emails.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Belle
A little
looks
less
towards the
clothing.
skies and wonders what is this email that
I-
the gods of the air are talking about.
I bought one thing from that website when they first started it up about 15 years ago, and every day I've gotten an email from Victoria's Secret ever since.
you've had the same email address for 15 years?
Yeah, heck
Wow.
yeah.
I think
I
I
still
change
do.
at least once every 6 months or so.
I don't. I have the same email.
But
Wow.
they has to hide from all the stalkers.
Yeah, she does.
That's why she doesn't give me her email address.
You mean spam equals stalker?
Penis enlargers.
I'm on Twitter. I get my fair share of stalkers there.
Okay, so where were we? After my complete derail.
Okay, Elephant collects her information and makes her way back to Belle and Bay.
Alexander is critiquing the guards' training regiment.
Yeah, there's none really training at the moment. It's basically mostly work going on. From what I mean, that's what you see going on. I mean, there's no noticing about it. That's work is happening, man. The other writers, tell you which tent he's staying in, and they go to. Seems like they're heading south again, probably to meet up with the other writers that they had sent ahead. So.
I take my sweet ass time getting to the tent. I walk really slow. I kind of kick the dirt, stare up into the air. I'm just moving a little slow.
So when Alexander finally gets to us,
An hour and 20 minutes
is there
later.
anybody around at all within earshot?
Of Alexander?
When Alexander finally gets to us, is there anybody around in earshot?
Sure, there's 4, 5, 12 people. Yeah.
Okay, never mind then.
Why? I thought you were going. Yeah, there's people walking all
No, there's
around,
people around
working,
within earshot,
carrying
it doesn't
stuff.
matter.
I
What
was
were you
gonna
gonna?
tell Alexander how hot he was.
No.
You, sir,
Okay.
are an attractive individual.
There's nobody around. What were you gonna say?
No, it's cool. So I'm guessing we're just going to enter
They all
the tent.
leave.
They all leave. Exactly what she said.
Alexander farts. Everybody runs except the group because they're used to it. What the fuck? Did someone just die?
Yep. Yeah, because they know there's not the rotting corpse of a pig lying around. It was just Alexander farting.
What the hell crawled out of that ass, boy?
Oh, those
That's all that
rabbits,
rabbits
man.
do.
There's those special herbs I put in there.
The herbs. They're awesome.
Yeah.
So are you guys gonna head over to the well-made tent
I'm gonna
for
walk
Van
up to the
Trumhall?
is the tent closed and like kind of sectioned off?
Yeah, you can tell that it's got several partitions to it.
I'm gonna walk through the like.
Your
I'm gonna
expertise of tents.
I'm gonna walk up to the front door. I'm gonna like open it slightly to see if anyone is in there.
Fucking tent master. I'm gonna call
And if there
Crow the tent master. Go ahead,
He is
tent
the
master.
gatekeeper.
is, I'm gonna close it. And I'm gonna wait a few seconds to see if everyone's behind me. And I'm gonna wait and do something interesting.
Well, as you start to walk up to the tent, actually, a female comes out, middle-aged woman, and she's carrying a bucket, and she dumps water out on the. She almost hits your feet, and then she goes, "Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry."
It's
Oh my
fine.
God.
It's just water. It's just smelly water.
Yeah, it was
You
just
should build an
water.
outhouse.
It wasn't piss water. It was just water.
Oh, all right.
I could make it piss water. I mean, do you want me to?
No, don't do it. Just dump it out right in front of the tent. That's terrible.
Well, it is under construction. They don't have a makeshift plumbing system yet, so no troughs for plumbing yet.
She apologizes. Alexander, like, it's fine. Is the band in?
What?
Is the band in?
He's in his quarters, yes. Can I ask who's inquiring? Are you supposed to be seeing him?
We heard he had some work for some adventurers, so we are come to pick him up
Oh.
on his offer.
Wow, there's been lots of people wanting to see the band lately. She says, yes, wait right here. She goes, how many should he be expecting?
4,
Okay, she says, wait right here. I'll be right
maybe
back.
55. I can't count.
Anywhere between 4 and 100.
She starts handing out shovels and saws and says, get to work. No, I'm just kidding.
Alexander goes, I can do that. Alexander just starts barking orders. You do this and you do that.
Plant flowers here and scum.
Oh!
Grapes.
Alright, so she comes back. I guess everybody's there then? She says, Ben Trumhall will see you now. So you can tell that there's actually definitely one of probably the nicest of the actual tents. So, but you walk in. The first section is sort of like a meeting area. You can see that there's several tables, some chairs, and he says, she says, he will see you now, and she lifts up the tent, the door to the tent. The interior is dim and filled with carpets and solid wood furniture. At the head of a large table, a lean, raven-haired man stands as you enter. Welcome and well met, he booms. I am Ban Trumhole, Lord Protector of the Roswald Valley. And I'm going to give you an actual handout of what the band looks like. I figured you guys would like to see what this gentleman looks like. This dastardly looking, dashing fellow. So this is Ban Trumhall. This is what he looks like. He has basically a fighting dagger on his belt. Sort of has like a receding hairline a little bit. Really tall. He's over 6 foot tall. Not as tall as you though, Alexander, but he is pretty tall for a human type.
Yep. Tall human. Interesting.
Honestly, he
you're all
carries
short.
his letter opener around with him.
His letter.
Gotta
open
open that mail. Gotta open that mail.
Wah wah wah.
That can cut a human even if you try.
18 minutes left. Wow.
Alexander goes like,
65
All
points
about
in
it,
the
all
pool.
about
That's
it.
a knife.
This is annoying.
This is a knife.
Damn, guys.
I
Somebody's
pull
going to
out
win
my-
some
I just
points.
start pulling out swords. This is a knife, and this is a knife, and oh, this is a knife. Okay, continue.
So his servant leaves. He says, "Thank you, Trish." And Trish lowers the flappy door of the tent, of the the interior that you're in the tent, and he asks you to please take a seat. You sit around a sort of a rectangular type of table. Like I had mentioned earlier, there are plenty of carpets, So you're not literally on any type of grass or earth itself. I mean, there's actually a wood
Are
floor
we in this
underneath
room
this.
with him by ourselves?
Yes, it's him and you. You four and him. There's no one
Wow.
else. He asked Trish to be excused, and wow, what?
Alexander leans back in his chair and puts his feet on the table.
He's pretty
And just
daring,
waits.
isn't he?
Yeah,
It's
that's
sort of
not
thing.
very.
He is pretty daring.
It's not very cautious.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
If I look around the room,
He's
is
confident.
the only entrance to this area that we're in where we entered from.
That is correct.
That's the only entrance.
That's it. Right there.
Well, it's a tent. You have a knife. You can get out easily enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That letter opener will open that tent, no problem.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
why he's got it. I mean, first sign of trouble, he's fucking out of there, man. Through the tent.
Elephant would take off her gloves.
Yeah, exactly,
There's
Tom. Oh my god. Can you imagine a slug
Alexander will take
crawling
off his
over your
boots.
face? Ugh.
Oh my god. What?
Then he'll
Bell
put
will
his
take off
feet-
nothing.
Then he'll put his feet on the table and kind of lean back. And just start humming to himself.
It's a formal meeting. You don't need gloves.
So he sits
Or
down.
shoes.
He waits for you all to sit down first. You all sit down. Then he sits down, pulls his chair up. Says, what can I do you for? What can I do you for?
You have some trouble with bandits. We hear you need some help.
I do. I have lots of problems with bandits. Unfortunately, I just don't have the manpower to take care of these bandits. The valley is large, and I'm looking for people to take care of the bandit problems.
Have you noticed any type of organization? Do you know where they're headquartered, possibly? Or a leader?
Well, we do. Yes, the leader. His name is. I think I told you that already, didn't I?
Yes, you did, yeah.
With something
Do you need to know
claw.
what it is?
Yeah, I gotta. Hold on one second. The
If you need to know what it is, I
leader's
can tell you because you told us before.
Yes. The bandit leader's name is Waldrick the Gore-Handed. Yeah, Waldrick the Gore-Handed. I need to write that down, actually. And he tells you that Waldrick the Gore-Handed has killed actually a lot of the citizens of the valley, committed a lot of crimes, destroyed a lot of farms, and put the logging community, that was actually the backbone of the economy of the valley, basically out of business. And that is why I need these bandits taken care of.
I'd like nothing better than this guy to meet his maker.
Meet his maker?
I just want to cut his head off. How much we talking?
Alright, Tom. I'll do that. We can do that.
Do we know where he is? Do we have a lead on that?
Somewhere in the forest. That's
Okay.
that's all I know. Is it somewhere out in the Brazilian side of the valley.
Oh, so east of here?
Last we heard, yes, he is. I mean, obviously, a few of the farms about a week back were hit. They set the farms afire. They burned the fields. Fortunately for the homestead owners, they were in Lagersvold at the time. Now, last week, some of the crazy loggers that their families are literally starving. I mean, we're able to give them some aid, some help, but it's just not enough. So we had some loggers go back out to the camp, and that was last week, and we have not heard from them. So we're trying to do everything we can. It's just that we're such a small unit, and ever since we had taken over of the old band, I'm sure you've probably already heard already, Band Kroll. Band Kroll has basically not offered any assistance at all, and he holds the wealth of the valley, and unfortunately he hasn't done anything to try to ensure that the valley prospers from this point on.
Interesting.
Well, you always hear of bandits here, bandits there, but this is getting a little more personal for me because of Delia's situation, and of course, what's happening here. I really want to take care of this issue.
You hear something behind you, and the tent door opens back up, and Trish comes in with a platter. She sets down a nice platter of what appears to be like a dried type of meat with some cheeses, and also several glasses of what appears to be a wine. And Trumhall thanks her and walks off.
David, during all of this and the future exchange, I'm going to be kind of listening and looking like I'm paying a lot of attention, but I'm also going to be scanning the rest of the tent and just kind of let me know what I see and everything.
He's got a lot of nice
is anything of
things.
importance.
No, he's just got several chests. There's several large dressers. I mean, he's got several open-ended chests as well, sort of on the side where he's got clothes and whatnot. There's a suit of armor on like an armor dummy. He's got a small weapon rack, a small variety of short arms like swords.
Weapon, and I was like, that's too much information.
Is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
I'm just kind of curious how he's quite happy being alone with just 4 random strangers who are all heavily armed, and I'm just kind of looking to make sure that there's no body or nothing around. Like, why is he so just
He was expecting you.
about it,
Several of the guards had let them know that you were in the camp, tending to your horses, getting cleaned up, so he had known of your arrival.
I mean, why is he quite happy to just be in a enclosed space with just one exit, with 2 people of which are heavily armed and 2 that are obviously magic? Like, he just seems
because he knows that
calm.
if we do something to him, we're not getting out of this camp alive.
No, I didn't say this. I'm thinking this. That's why I'm looking around to see if I can spot is there anything around,
You don't notice anything out of the ordinary now.
Okay. I continue not to say anything, but just to take the room in, and on alert.
I asked him how the job, is the job gonna pay?
He says, your payment is for the glory of serving the cause of justice in Ferelden.
Whoa.
Whoa, that's
Whoa, wait
cheap,
a minute.
but I don't work for free.
He says, some payment can be arranged.
I whispered to Belle. This is a typical politician who has waited for a disaster or a crisis to take more power. But
I kind of sagely make a sound that isn't agreeing or disagreeing. It's just kind of sound.
that this area doesn't need some leadership, but
I asked him, do the bandits wear anything distinctive? Like a blue or a red bandana or something like that?
oh, good question.
No, but they're the barbarian type.
So they fly.
Big-
They fly no colors.
Big, stupid, and easy to kill?
Sounds like to me they are hired.
And he basically just goes on to tell you some information. I'll tell you basically what everything that he's telling you. Obviously, you guys know that the band of outlaws are led by Waldrick the Gorehand, and as I had already told you, they're somewhere in the Brazilian forest, near the Rustwold Valley, which is to the east of the valley, on the edge of the valley actually, and they do not know where the lair or headquarters are. again, he goes into the loggers. Basically, they've shut down all of the logging jobs and everything, and that's why those crazy loggers have already gone back out to try to make some money so their families won't starve the whole way. So let's see. It tells you that the outlaws' raids have not followed any predictable patterns. Let's see. The resources, specifically the financial ability to hire fighters, stretched too thin for him to send a mass of men into the forest after the outlaws. That's why he is seeking adventurers who travel lightly, will take payment, and are willing to take more of a reward from the outlaws' plunder. And let's see.
Well, that's a given.
Yeah. He's
I
talking
kind
about
of saying
locally.
to Alexander under my breath, I wonder if we're the only group that he sent after them. This is quite, he can't hear. I'm saying it very much under my breath, so only Alexander can hear.
Well, you've actually
As he says,
heard.
as he says, as I hear this, I relay this. Are we the only group that's been here so far?
No, actually, Delia has told you that there was
Oh,
another
I
group,
forgot.
and
Yeah.
also
Right.
as you were being escorted to the compound, you were also told that there was another. Well, it could be the same party as what Delia was talking about, but you do know that there was another party that was inquiring about, adventurers wanted as well. So, but they weren't
No, I'm
around
just
from
checking
this
his
area.
honesty. See how honestly he answers questions that I know the answer to.
Oh, well, what kind of questions do you have? I mean,
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm just feeding Alexander questions. I'm just being nice and quiet and just sat there and just looking, looking around.
anyone have any questions for Drumhall, or are you guys just kind of hanging out, or what?
No, I'd like to say something to Trevor.
Okay.
You have a problem here, and we can take care of this problem for you. And, we were actually going to risk our life and our assets to help in this affair. If we take care of this issue for you, of course, this valley will be prosperous. So, what
Hey,
can you
congratulations,
first in
Eagle
return
Brett.
for taking care of this problem for you, other than maybe we're rewarded.
So that's a perfectly good
you
question.
You ask a lot of us. What do we expect in return for this?
I will pay you 1 gold apiece.
Make it 2.5, and you may have a deal.
The
And
price.
I want to do a bargaining check on that.
1 gold, really?
1 gold per person. Yes.
I don't get out of bed for 1 gold.
I don't take my shoes off for 1 gold.
How about
However,
And
Alexander
follow
will
me
get
here.
in bed for one.
follow me?
Follow
What
me
was
here.
saying?
I'm following you.
1 gold and some land for each of us in the valley, which surely you have access to.
I think I have some land near the swamp. I mean,
Bell will accept Kroll's manor.
I'm sure we could probably work something out for some land, but that would have to be the full entire payment. Land is not cheap,
I know. Neither is my life.
Sounds like a fair deal then.
Well, I'm content. I look at the rest of the group.
I'm fine with that.
No, I will give all 4 of you a portion of land here in the valley to control as you wish. Or you could sell it if you wish as well. Yeah,
That's a great-
gold is actually
I make
really
this, chuckle under my voice.
rare
Smart
in
rates.
Dragon Age.
There's a little vineyard here.
The main currency is silver, so what the module had to
I
offer
spoke for
was
the first time
nothing.
directly to him, and I asked him where would you recommend, should this be acceptable, would be a good place for us to start looking?